This morning I'm here to tell you about Jacobean Hunt and the restoration pillow designs. These are from a set of 3 pillows that I bought from different auction houses, 2 from our local auction house in Penrith, which is now sadly closed, and another from the south of England. And I did this by doing a word search in saleroom.com. Now, these are really unusual because they're actually around 1660 onwards, and they are a tree of life design in an idyllic scene on a miniature scale. So I think these are apprentice pieces for somebody who is actually going to make big bed hangings. This designer will have used this design on a set of 4-poster bed hangings, I think, or perhaps a bed head, or perhaps a wall hanging, because in the 17th century, of course, they didn't have wallpaper and they had a lot of stone walls like the stone wall behind me. And you can imagine that hanging behind me is a fantastic entrance to any hallway. So the design, as I said, is a tree of life, and it has the hummocks at the base and then the tree stem coming up here. And it has some vines and fruits. It has a bird from the influence of the trade with China. So this is towards the end of the 17th century, this actual design. Although we're now finding that we traded with China slightly earlier. So I still stick with my around 1670 for these pieces. The oak leaf and the acorns, which I loved stitching these leaves, because the original cushion, the original pillow, these had really worn away, and the originals had been slightly amateurishly restored, I think, later on, and had some added work. So I tried to take it back to the original. How I found the colours is that I took the front off the original piece and I actually turned it inside out, and the original pillow full of awful old feathers and terrible things that aren't going to do it any favours in the future. So I took them out and I pillowed them just so that they'd last for the next 300 years, hopefully. And I saw that the colours behind were absolutely true. So I've sewn all that up again. So you can't see that, but you can see the colours on this piece here. Usual hunting scene, strawberries, possibly an orchid or something exotic, a peony flower, or perhaps it's a rose and a little fawn looking back at the running stag in the hunting scene. So I absolutely love the colours on this, and I must say I did these for fun. I never thought they'd be kits, so I'm thrilled that they've been so popular. So the colours in this one, I'll just show you their kit, is here, and this is what you get when you open the kit. And these are the fantastic colours you get. So my advice to you would be that you will not use all these wools. So it's a good idea to choose another design and perhaps its sister design as a printed linen. The needles are in here, and the beading needles, and in this bag we've got, Georgie's going to kill me by the way, she's going to have to repack these, but never mind. She looked a little bit worried when I stole them from the stock. You get the printed linen, of course. So all the first colours of the soft shading, long and short soft shading, are all drawn on for you. I'll put that. Well, I mustn't lose these wonderful needles. I always use the lids of my boxes to store everything. And then you get life-size stitch charts. So you can see very, very clearly when you're stitching, you're not squinting at anything. And although I'm a great believer in not printing as much as we can, I think that when you're actually embroidering, you really don't want your computer on too much. So that is the overlapping design. You can see that leaf overlaps to there. And this is all the wool colours and all the stitches here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think, stitches here. And then the stitch instructions are Georgie's fabulous drawings from my rough sketches and my photographs of my stitching. So these are exactly as I would stitch it. So although that's working backwards, you can see it starts at an easy bit, and each kit is a progression, because you want to start with an easy area and then move on to a more complicated and more challenging area, just to build up your confidence, because Crewel Work's all about being confident. So I'll show you the next one next time.